Hello and welcome, my Sagittarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your 5-card draw. What do I need read for this new moon in Cancer, waxing to full in Aquarius, July 2021? I'm your reader, Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of DrawingTheCircle Productions, the Archangel of Lyons, Angelo, Lyons. Oh, but you can call me Mal. Oh, it is so... Remember the word muggy? It is muggy today. Ugh, thunderstorms coming. Apparently a tropical storm, whoever her name is on her way. So I'll be battening down the hatches and getting these readings done in a timely manner, you know. Internet being what it is. But enough about me. Let's talk about you. We are looking at a specific timeline here. The new moon in Cancer, Friday, July 9th, 9:17 p.m. Eastern. I am in New York, and you know how bashful us New Yorkers are about telling you where we're from. So it is a waxing moon read, building, increasing, prospering, right? To the full moon in Aquarius, also on a Friday, July 23rd, 10:37 p.m. We're doing a 5-card draw, 1 card from 5 different decks. We've got 4 oracles and 1 healing system to get you the clues, tips, and hints you need for this waxing moon. And if you are magically inclined, certainly you do not have to be, my channel is both for the magical and the muggle alike. You could use this as a spell kit read. Fire, Earth, Air, Water, Spirit is the order of the cards as we are pulling them, each deck consecrated to one of my pantheons of the divine in some way, shape, or form. So to help give a little structure to your intention, should you so cast to do intention work or visualization or cast a spell from this, at this new moon in Cancer, that will culminate at the full in Aquarius. Otherwise, it's a general read, you know all that. Check your other signs, right, because you might get more information about this situation or another one that you can have a little bit more guidance and grace from. Otherwise, all the decks that I read are always in the bottom of the description box. Both feet on the floor if you can. You mutable fire signs, right? Focus on your breath, if you will, and I always do the same to the best of my ability, get you the clarity, guidance, and grace from my pantheons of the divine, using these little pieces of cardboard under grace and imperfect ways for the well-being of all. Enough exposition. Let's get to divination. Please take a nice deep breath. Downloading, buffering. Okay, all right, I get this feeling. What's this? It feels very curious. Please, I call to the ancestors of magic, miracles, and mysticism, please, using the Lucy Cavendish magical spell cards for the element of fire, their will, their desire, what they yearn for, what they burn for, and certainly what they can cast for. What is that piece of magic there, that little piece of spell fragment for the Sagittarian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, watching this video, receiving this reading, this new moon in Cancer, waxing to full in Aquarius? Well, creativity, there you go, right? Fire energy, right? Inspiration, perspiration, right? By all above and all below, let me connect, let creativity flow. It sounds an awful lot like alignment, right? 8th chakra, crown chakra, 3rd eye, throat, heart, solar plexus, sacrum, root, right? Bringing something into form. Let me connect, let creativity flow. Now, not all creativity has to have product. Often, for the evolution of the soul, it's more about process than product. And yes, you create your own reality, but let's get it clear. You're not in control of the divine plan. None of us are. Mostly what we create when we create our own reality is our own psychological reaction or response. Reaction being fear, response being love, and we're all somewhere in between, and it is a process, right? So a building of, a waxing of your creativity, element of fire, like it. Let's get you some element of earth here. The Crystal Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno. You'll hear it in the prayer. Please take a nice deep breath. Is that the energy for them, or is that just the energy of my beloved Archangel Ariel, one of the 3 archangels of the north, powers of earth, hence the Crystal Oracle and the element of earth here. in this 5-card draw, please. My beloved Archangel of Nature, Prosperity, Abundance, and the Archangel of Lyons. And I'm Angelo Lyons, please, my beloved Archangel. What is the element of earth that can help ground or focus or bring this creativity into form for this Sagittarius collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, this new moon in Cancer to full in Aqua. Chrysoprase, wonderful Terry Pratchett's Discworld character. You don't want to mess with Chrysoprase. He's a hard act to follow once he's done with you. Chrysoprase, I actually have, and I think I have Chrysocolla. Oh, and I opened right to it. Your keywords here: fertility, which is very good with creativity, love, compassion, truth, and uplifting. All right, so fertility, love, compassion, truth, uplifting. Fertility, love, compassion, truth, uplifting. Chrysoprase helps open the heart center and allows you to feel the presence of divine unconditional love. All right, so that's not about anybody or anything else out here. That's between you and the divine. My book, Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, the Heart Chakra chapter. The sacred truth of the heart chakra is love is divine power. And I learned that from Carolyn Mace, PhD, Anatomy of the Spirit. Brilliant book if you haven't read it. She does 10,000 lectures on it, though, back in the 90s. Most of them are on YouTube. You are entering a fertile period that will enable you to creatively express your true nature in a loving and compassionate way. Sounds lovely. Through this, you will give birth to new ideas that reflect and align with your true essence. So authentic creativity coming from your soul. Not that your personality won't have a hand in it, not that the ego is not going to want and not want things along the way, but this really feels like something much more divinely guided than just scrambled eggs, although nothing wrong with nice scrambled eggs. All you would love to create, manifest, and achieve is now possible. That's huge. Provided you remain true to yourself. This is way about being authentic, right? You don't dumb it down. You don't water it down. You don't prostitute yourself. Prostitute archetype, look it up, Sacred Contracts, Carolyn Mace. Right, you be true to your spirit on this. Listen to what your heart is saying. Be guided by your intuition. Creative intuition is heart, throat, third eye, crown dynamic. And you will create the success and fulfillment you rightly deserve. Many wondrous experiences are in store for you. Rock! So these go perfectly hand in hand. Now, Chrysoprase, you may not be able to get it, but you know, just take that message with you, right? That there's fertility, there's creativity here. Authenticity seems to really be the watchword there. Love, right? Opening up the heart. Compassion for yourself, compassion for others. Truth. That's the word they're using, but I'm really getting that as authenticity, right? Don't dumb it. Don't dumb it down. Whoa, Zsa. The Healing with the Angels Oracle, your element of air, right? What you're going to be thinking about or can choose to, certainly, to feed the fire of creativity with that piece of Chrysoprase. I mean, another stone close to it is maybe Chrysocolla, but I think any heart stone would work. Even clear quartz. I mean, clear quartz is the white candle of gem crystal mineral magic, right? Clear quartz you could program with anything, right? Just like a white candle, you can anoint with any oil, or really don't even need that. But so let's see. Let's ask the angels and archangels of fire, the Michaelites, right? Since truth is truth and authenticity is here. Let's see what the Michaelites have to say. Breathe. This feels nice. All right, my angels and archangels of the South powers of fire, the Michaelites, please. Legions of Archangel Michael, who are the perfect legion of healing angels for this Sagittarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading. Most need to think about, pray to, read about, research, whatever their element of earth is that can feed that element of fire, creativity, with that heart-opening, compassionate, authentic Chrysoprase vibe for them. This new moon in, I almost said Sagittarius, in Cancer to full in Aquarius. Meditation. More the inner work, perhaps, than the outer. Well, by all above and all below, let me connect. It's not like you text the divine, right? It's not like you slide into the divine's DMs. Would that be DDMs? Yeah, maybe. No, the healing angels of meditation to help you find that stillness and that silence. Now, look, if you have a chaotic schedule, remember, chaos is divine order in disguise. I didn't write it that way. It's just how it is. Fractals. Ask them. Say, I really need the time and space to do this so I can get still. They'll do it for you, right? Because healing in meditation is the work that only you can do. And people might not like it. People might incessantly interrupt, particularly if you are in a creative mode where you need to sort of shut yourself out from external stimuli to connect, right? And that compassion is part of it. Sure, you can have compassion for other people, absolutely. But if you're not giving it to yourself, that turns into resentment. Yeah, and that's lead in the system. You really want to go for more gold here. So that authenticity, you may have to speak up and say, I'm in a creative process here. Maybe that's not the words you use, right? But I need at least 10 minutes a day of stillness and silence, even if I have to go out, sit in the car, go for a walk, sit in the park, whatever it is I have to do, just to get that stillness. There it is. There's the visceral intuitive cough. You got to speak up on this one, and I've never known a Sag that eventually didn't get around to launching that arrow of truth. But remember, with compassion on there, truth without compassion is brutality. Quote from His Holiness the Dalai Lama, and I do my best, but sometimes you just got to lower the boom. Boom. Whispers of Love Oracle, your element of water here, voices of the higher selves, and as we like to call it here on Drawing the Circle Productions, at least by me, the party turned her deck. All of a sudden, the party hath been turned. Breathe. Yeah, no, there's still something so lovely and warm about this. Sort of like something coming out of the oven that's like sweet and savory, that kind of fills the house, that kind of warmth. But yeah, no, it feels good. And because it's the authenticity and because there's meditation in here, there's a real focus on that heart chakra that I'm loving here. So please, the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, please, one card in clarity for the element of water for this Sagittarian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading with creativity in their fire, chrysoprase in earth, meditation in air. What's the whisper of love? The piece of information, inspiration, or insight the Saggies need to put this together. This new moon in Cancer, waxing to full in Aquarius. Have patience. Love is patient and kind always, and of course that's be patient with yourself. Look, we all have to find that balance of compassion. Now, ultimately, we're all one, so give compassion to another. You're automatically giving it to yourself, and everybody else, don't ask why. That's just unity consciousness. Until you're up there, it's hard to even envision that. But nonetheless, the more you give that to yourself, that's just gonna, it's like, hey, everything in its own time. Let me be still and know I am God. I didn't come up with that, by the way. Let me be still and know. Let me just tune in there, and love is divine power. And that is the creativity that has the power of divine love in it. You get what I'm saying here? This is definitely higher than just arts and crafts. Although, hey, if that's your medium, go for it. I'm not a medium. I'm a large. I'm not quite schwitzing yet. Raised by a Jewish stepfather. Lots of Yiddish words in the subconscious just waiting to come out. I'm quelling. So fire, earth, air, water, healing mantra deck, Matt Kahn. What is the perfect healing mantra? So let's say you cast for creativity with that heart open energy, unless you have a piece of chrysoprase laying around, working with the healing angels of meditation and having patience with yourself, because love is patient and kind always. Then this would be the affirmation that you can do before, during, and after, particularly into that full moon in Aquarius, to really keep it going. Like, just recharge it without, poking a hole in it. Please take a nice deep breath. Okay, you poke a hole in the spell. That's why don't tell anybody about them. Don't hand your bubbles to bubble poppers. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, the Ascended Masters of Creativity. Why not? I didn't know I could call you guys by that. You guys, sorry. Let's not misgender the Ascended Masters. But we all are brothers and sisters here. So please, one card in clarity, my beloved Ascended Masters of Creativity, for this Sagittarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, watching this video, receiving this reading, shooting for creativity by all above and all below. Let them connect, let creativity flow with that energy of chrysoprase, truth, compassion, that heart-centered love, really, so that they can manifest anything that their heart desires. They got to get in there and feel that. And of course, working with the healing angels of meditation to help them find that stillness, so that instead of thinking, they can be. And love is who we are. A quote from the Course in Miracles: God is but love, and therefore so am I. It's a really good lesson. It's actually a review lesson. Within their water, have patience, love, patient and kind always, but I'm really getting patient with themselves, because the creative process is just that, a process. Not always, well, it really shouldn't be all about product, because the quality of the product is in the process. What's their mantra? This new moon in Cancer, yeah, waxing to full in Aquarius, July 2021. Untangling neglect. I'm going to read this one from the book. I don't know. I have been. Scorpio, I didn't, because it was just so right on. The one I did before this. I take time to give myself all the approval I desire. There it is. Right? So if you're seeking external approval, do you see the finger? Do you see the Virgo finger waggle there? No, 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 no. No, you're untangling neglect. Now, neglect is one of the 4 ego wounds, according to Matt Kahn, and I agree with him: abuse, neglect, codependency, and loss. And neglect is harder to catch in my experience. Like abuse, oh, honey. No. Like the second it's in the air, it ends right then and there. I don't play that game. But neglect can be, it's way more subtle, so you don't always know that someone is neglecting, or you are neglecting, or any of that. And particularly if you've been neglecting your creativity, right, then this is really key. I take the time to give myself all the approval I desire. When neglect is untangled, you are no longer turning to outside sources for constant reassurance and validation, hence getting into the heart with that card of meditation, right? Chrysoprase with meditation, big time. Instead, you are going within the depths of your own heart to notice the parts of yourself that require the presence of your attention. Do you get that? So one part of you might feel completely confident and another not. Now, I don't have sides. I'm not a box. I'm not a box. I don't have sides. Thank you, Carrie Fisher. But we all have these different pieces of us, right? And some of it's not even us. Some of it can be ancestral stuff passed down, or the conditioning of this world that we attain once we come out the womb, and sometimes while we're still in it, right? And nurturing yourself this way, you step forward as the first responder to each wound, concern, and desire. Right? So all the things, all right, that Chrysoprase is saying. Sorry, I just have that character from Discworld in my head. I'm actually listening to Monstrous Regiment right now. Really good Terry Pratchett book. I want to make sure I say this right. Every wound, concern, and desire. Well, heart's desires are given to us. They're written into these lives before we incarnate into them, and that's why they don't always make sense. It's really about the evolution of the soul, regardless of whether we manifest it. So if there are wounds of neglect, and again, who doesn't have those, then this is really your opportunity to kind of be the first responder to those hurts. What? It's okay, honey. I love you. It's all right. We'll work it out, right? I'm here, right? From this space, there becomes less of a likelihood of attracting relationships where further neglect occurs, simply because you have accepted your role as the one who nurtures the innocence of you. And I have taken this mantra personally to heart, like into my heart. And there were lots of tears, lots of alchemy. But my darling, this is a waxing moon read. So this is about you really giving yourself the approval. Now, there is an exercise just popped into my head here from Louise Hay, You Can Heal Your Life, for self-approval. And it is simply, I approve of myself. Now, it'd be one word. I approve of myself. It feels like 5 words, right? And what I used to do is I used to do it to the tune of When the Saints Come Marching In. I approve of myself. It's goofy, but we're going back to the 90s here. I approve of myself. And it really is funny how that opens a door to a deeper experience, right? So particularly, I take the time to give myself all the approval I desire. And blessed be Louise, Ascended Master. Hey, hey! Comment if you love Louise Hay and what your favorite book of hers was. Please, I had that when it was in the original Rainbow Heart softcover back in the 80s. Saved my life, that book, blessed be. Met her once. Every intelligent thing I wanted to say, Louise Hay. I love your books. That's all I could come up with. All right, let's put this together in a lovely little blessing for my Sagittarius crabby asses, because when you guys don't express your creativity, you get crabby. Got a full quiver of burning arrows back there, right? You'll take out the village, right? So how about, you do you, but to be patient with yourself and others too. Breathe. Spit it out. Spit it out compassionately, not in somebody's eye, but spit it out. Here we go. My collective pantheons of angels, archangels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters, and the higher selves of all involved. Please, may the Sagittarian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, be blessed with all that they need this new moon in Cancer to full in Aquarius, that they may untangle neglect, taking the time to give themselves all the approval they desire while having patience with themselves, because the divine love within them for now, right, always, is patient and kind, working with the healing angels of meditation to find the silence, the stillness, the space to rest, to focus within the heart with that energy of Christ of praise, with or without the rock, that authenticity, that truth, that compassion, that these heart's desires they have were given to them by the divine to manifest as part of the divine plan, so that they can really get on with their creativity. By all above and all below, let them connect. Let creativity flow for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So let it be. And so it is. Pretty good read. Sing it. Do 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 do. Nice read. Did you like it? Like it. Want more? Subscribe. Comment below. Like, what is your creativity that you've been doing here? And if you have a piece of Christ of praise, would be nice to hear, because I don't think I have any either. And if you want a private read, find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, links in the description box. Check out my book, Words of Grace. It's a good book. A lot of people have been using it as a daily prayer book, because it's broken up by chakra chapters with some other cool stuff in there. And it saved my life writing in that book. And talk about creativity. I started writing that book and really finished it during a dark night of the soul. Dark couple of years of the soul. Otherwise, wishing you the very best and the very blessed, my Sagittarius crabby asses, for this new in Cancer to full in Aqualung. Farewell, and blessed be.